Hey everybody, Steve here, coming back at it again with another video for you all. If you guys are new here, welcome to my channel. If you're a returning viewer, I appreciate you guys watching and coming back. This is going to be a hiking review. This was going to be at Henry Cowell Redwood State Park, and the trail is going to be called West Ridge Trail. So first I'm going to show you what I thought are the best things to see, and then I'm going to give you a detailed breakdown afterwards. So please enjoy the video, and I hope to see you afterwards.
All the flowers in my garden never looked as bright as this. Like a happy child, I watched them grow out of only seeds. Butterflies down my stomach when I think of you and me. It is funny how a lot can change when you learn how to breathe. Look at my eyes, what do you see? Feels like we're only meant to be. All of my life, where have you been? 'Cause you're the only thing I need. The only thing I need. The only thing I need. Never ever thought I'd find something quite as right as this. Not even late at night, in my wildest dreams. And I can feel the road changing around me. I just wish they also feel all this energy. Look at my eyes, what do you see? Feels like we're only meant to be. All of my life.
Alright everybody, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. So now let me give you a detailed breakdown of the hike. So again, this was at Henry Cowell Redwood State Park, and the trail was West Ridge Trail. So I track all my hikes two ways, first through the Alltrails app and then the second through my Apple Watch. So according to the Alltrails app, it was 7.9 miles, elevation gain was 1,486 feet, moving time was 3 hours and 14 feet, total time was 3 hours and 14 feet, total calories was 1,684. According to my Apple Watch, it was 7.67 miles, elevation gain was 1,474 feet, total time was 3 hours and 14 minutes, active calories was 1,100, total calories was 1,473, and it was 92 beats per minute throughout the hike. So first and foremost, the reason why I picked this hike is because I wanted a really hard hike. So according to the Alltrails app, I believe it was about 6.8, 6.7 miles. So Alltrails app can be a little strange sometimes. Sometimes they'll give you hikes where it's a little bit under the miles or over. More often than not, I believe they're pretty much over. In this specific case, it was almost a whole mile over, or at least half a mile over. So please be careful when you're doing them. One of the things that I love to do is just keep the Alltrails app in the back, and it just tracks how many miles it's going. So it's really, really helpful. Sometimes it's off, obviously, on the distance, but at the very least, you still have the trail and you can look at and engage how far it is. I say it gave me Jurassic Park feels. It was really, really open, a ton of redwood trees, a ton of green area. I was the only one there, or at least I felt like I was the only one there because I couldn't hear anything. It was just the wind and the birds and nature out. So it was really, really calming and peaceful. Some notes. So I know on the Alltrails app, it does say it's hard, and I would say I agree with it. The first 2 miles are really easy, but then by mile 3, it starts getting pretty difficult. You get stairs and you get uphills. So please be aware of that if you're going to do this. One of the things that I will say about this specifically is that the trail was open, at least this specific one. Beforehand, when we used to have fires, or when we did have a huge fire, this trail was actually completely closed, so you couldn't really have access to it. But now you can if you wish to do this. Highly recommend. It was really calm, really beautiful. There was no one on the trail when I went, so I'm sure that's probably going to keep up for the next few months. But again, I always recommend going in early and then getting back to your car by like midday. And another thing to note is please have your Alltrails app in the background as you are hiking, just because it's obviously really helpful just to have that as you're hiking, making sure you're on the correct trail. And in this specific trail, you're really going to need that because it's not really paved, or it wasn't really marked really well. So there were times where I felt like I was just kind of like aimlessly walking around until I finally kind of figured it out, and looking at the map and looking at my phone was really, really helpful. So please download the app. Get that in your background. You don't need to have the pro version in order to do this. You just make sure you hit navigate, and then it'll show you the trail there, even if you haven't downloaded it at all. So overall, my thoughts about this hike, it was really difficult. The first 2 miles were pretty chill, pretty relaxing, and then it starts getting really uphill. There's stairs, and then the uphill is pretty, I would say it was for like about a mile. It lasted about a mile, and it wasn't really clear. There wasn't really clear marking, so that made it a little bit difficult. I felt like I was kind of going nowhere until eventually I found the trail again, and I was able to do it. I was able to get back on the trail. One great thing that I saw right now, if you do decide to do this hike now, is towards the end of it, I saw a bunch of ladybugs. I've never seen this before, where it was just a mass amount of ladybugs just everywhere. I recorded a little bit on the end, but they were everywhere. They were just surrounding everywhere. I've never seen so many ladybugs in my life, but it was really interesting to see all that, especially in this like little particular area. If you do want to see where I saw that, it was actually right by the entrance. So if you are doing this hike, you'll see kind of like a little map that shows everything, or shows the whole hike itself. But if you were to go, I started off the hike and I went left and went around, so I went counterclockwise. But if you were to do clockwise, you would immediately see the little ladybugs to your left. So if you make a right and you just look on the floor on the left, that's where I saw it. It's right passing the little bridge. So if you pass a little bridge, just look to your left, you should see a little colony of ladybugs, hopefully, when you do this hike. So if you reached this part to the video, I want to say thank you for watching all the way through. Make sure you watch next week. I'm gonna have my food review that's connected to this. So if you do decide to do this hike, you can stop by this place and eat as well. Again, don't forget to please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out. It shows me what kind of videos you like. I'm trying to adjust this. I know my food videos, I think what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna do live reactions. I think that's a lot better. You're experiencing as I'm experiencing. I think that's a lot more natural. So I'm gonna be doing that. Please go follow me on my other social media accounts, Steve down here as SJ. When I'm posting here, I'm also posting there as well. And as always, please take care and stay safe.